Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Foocast. My name is Finn and again I'm joined by Robert and Jaden. Woo! Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Dude, Bad Batch is picking up speed. We are slowly getting out of the Rebels formula and we're getting into some proper, plot stuff.
Interesting story shit.
I'm not saying there wasn't a plot before. I'm just saying this is why we watched the show. This is what we came for. This episode, if you already read about the title, we're going to be covering episode, is it 7 and 8? Or is it 6? No, it was 7 and 8. Yeah, we're going to be covering 7 and 8. Yeah, 7 and 8 because we're busy last week.
I was going to say, AO 7 is halfway through pretty much, but it's actually not because there's more episodes than 14.
Is that? Oh yeah, there's 16, isn't there? Yeah, we're literally slap bang in the middle of the series right now. This is pretty crazy. So
yeah, we are. Yeah.
I'm gonna come out and say this, right? I know your thoughts on Rex, Robert. I know you're not. What did you say last time when we were speaking? You're not a big fan of the Rex thing, were you? I swear you weren't a fan of it.
Wait, which Rex thing?
The Rex showing up, or what they did with Rex.
Oh no, I was a fan of him showing up. I wasn't really a big fan of the end scene. How they just left.
I was...
Not that, the whole thing about him going off to fight for the Republic. I'm like, well, we know that's not going to happen.
It's kind of intriguing where Rex is going. Sort of, I wish he stayed with them, but it's I get why he's gone.
I'd be more happy if he stayed with them.
Yeah.
And then we explored him there, but he really just introduced him and have him go, oh, I'm going to go fight for the Republic. And I'm like, well, if this is the last we see of him, it's going to be kind of weird.
Well, I'm guessing...
in Rebels, we know he didn't do that.
Well, I'm guessing what he means is that he's going to go find more clones. I'm guessing this is going to lead to, Gregor and Wolf.
Be a farmer.
Imagine if this is, rare, imagine, we never see Rex again. He's just, I'm going to go find more clones, and all of a sudden the next time we see him he's on holiday. In Rebels.
He's just chilling.
He's chilling out with his boys.
He's on a beach, just sipping a martini.
That's basically what he was doing in Rebels. He just didn't give a shit. He's just oh, the Empire knows I'm dead. And then the Empire call him yo, and he's yo, hey, what's up? They know he's there. It's oh, Rex is dead. Oh, he's on holiday. Let's just give him a call. That's basically what they did in that Rebels episode. But okay. Let's just say we're never going to see Rex again in this series, right? What they did with him was really good. Okay, we didn't really waste time with Rex.
Agree.
Really?
I feel like there wasn't enough conversation between him and Echo.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But the whole purpose on why Rex is there, I mean...
Yeah, I agree with the whole purpose of why he's there. It worked.
Yeah.
But I just wish him and Echo had more time to talk about the past and Five.
Yeah, I'm just... Sorry, go on.
When Rex and Echo were talking, when they were all walking and Omega was behind them and all that.
Yeah.
When Rex and Echo were talking, I was like, oh cool, I actually get to see them talk. But when they were saying shit, it never really felt like they were talking about things.
Yeah.
Because the way Echo responded to Rex talking about a Five, it's just yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing he kind of said that because he was just oh yeah, he's sort of upset about it, but I like that they actually, at least they still mention Fives. It's just Fives tried to warn me about the chips. I didn't understand back then. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe. That little bit is cool.
Yeah. Hey, yo, bring my homie Fives back.
Fives is dead.
He can't. He's dead.
I remember.
Yeah. Puppets.
Okay. You know what is really funny, right?
They can play with his dead corpse.
What?
That's just a weird thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right. Rex shows up and is what are you doing here, Rex? He's just brought this coffin in.
Wait, Rex shows up and is what are you doing here, Rex?
Oh, no.
Wow. See, this is what happens.
No, I remember...
What happens when you play yourself when you're dead?
Okay, this is getting weird. I don't know why you brought this up, Jaden. But what I was saying is, I remember when Mandalorian Season 2... aired, where Boba Fett was at the end of the Tatooine bit in the first episode. I remember some people on Twitter saying, "Oh my god, I've got a theory. It's Fives." It's not Fives. Why would that be Fives?
I never saw that theory.
I saw that
I saw people saying, "Oh, it's Rex."
I think
probably not.
It was a few.
Boba Fett's that been rumoured to be in it.
It was a few people on Instagram and Twitter, and then some people on Instagram were sharing it me with like, dude, what the hell is this?
Oh, Twitter, that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Twitter is like the worst. But like, I actually really did.
I love Twitter.
I actually did really like what they did with Rex this episode, to be honest with you, because you've got what was I gonna say? I love the whole bit where he's just like, Rex has got a massive headache, and he's like, is that so? And he's shooting Omega. It's just like, you're all ticking time bombs. I think just the fact that it's like, you're all ticking time bombs, like just that is just like, oh shit.
I'm still disappointed that when Hunter got his chip removed, like a chunk of his hair didn't go with him.
Is this?
That was just been so funny to see.
It would have been cool to have like a side cut sort of, right?
Yeah.
Is that the only reason why like you didn't give this episode a 10 out of 10, Robert?
Yeah, it is.
I remember when I
Hunter.
remember when me and Robert watched it for the first time. I was like, Rob, what'd you think? It was really good, but and then brought all that. Like that was the only issue we had with it. But
Well, no, there was a few more issues I had.
But knowing Star Wars comics, they're gonna bring up like an entire comic storyline explaining why.
There's gonna be like an entire like 5-year comic line dedicated to why Hunter couldn't shave his head.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see that.
It would be titled 100 Reasons Why Hunter didn't shave his head. And in each issue, obviously there'll be like 100 issues, and each issue is one reason why.
The hair is actually symbolic of clones that died during the war.
Each issue, there's like a reason why. This motherfucker would run out of reasons why in like the first 2 comics.
And then like the last one, like 100, be like, yeah, he just didn't want to.
Yeah, but like everyone is obviously gonna be like, oh, it's still better with the sequels. That's what's gonna happen. If that was a thing.
It fucking wouldn't be. I'd rather watch the sequels than read an entire 100 like fucking issue comic about Hunter not wanting to shave his hair.
It's fucking stupid. But like, what was I gonna say? I did like how the whole. Well, I'm getting to that. Like, fucking patient, Robert. But like, what was I gonna say? It's like the whole episode was them just getting their chips out. And I know I was talking to you the other day, and you were just like, okay, now you've got their chips out. Now what do you do? Where's the series gonna go? Like, I know that you were saying that you hated, like, you don't know where the series is gonna go. I'm actually excited about that.
It, but I feel I always like to be given hints. Because like, there's shows where they hint at something that's coming to like the next few episodes or the next season, but you don't outright know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just more of a hint of like, hey, there's something more coming, so stay tuned. Whereas this, there just really wasn't anything at the end to hook us for the next episode.
I mean,
it's Star Wars.
Well, I mean, I was expecting Crosshair, but I do like when I don't know where the story's gonna go next. It's just like I generally have no idea where they're gonna go with the characters. I don't know where they're gonna go next. I like that about shows.
Yeah, I get that, but like I said, I still like to be teased.
Yeah.
At least something. At least like give them like, do you know how if say this was show was about Captain Rex, and then this is the episode he meets the Bad Batch, but we see it from Rex's perspective. At the end of the episode, when Rex is like, "Oh, I'm going off to find help and fight for the Republic again," that'd be like a tease.
Yeah.
He was gone. He vanished into the abyss.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Teasing something.
My homies didn't go with him.
But don't just tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah. I kind of get what you mean. I mean, well, like most Bad Batch episodes we've got on that, like, you know, episode 6 where there was that hologram, and we're all like, who the hell is that?
Oh yeah, Hollow Bitch.
Yeah. I mean, well, think about it, right? Let's just say after Siege of Mandalore, right? Rex and Ahsoka, they've all like survived the big crash, right? The next thing they'd want to like go after like their friends. Like obviously Ahsoka were going up with like the Martez sisters, and then they'd sort of like they'd be in like a little club, wouldn't they? Like sort of talking, if you know what I mean, like after the Clone Wars. So it kind of makes sense that they'd know Rex, and then Rex would want to go and find, you know, like abandoned clones or just clones that are just sort of deserted. You know, so it's.
I can't remember. Is there a reason Ahsoka and Rex never stuck together?
I don't know why. I don't think it was ever explained.
Like, you probably just stick together.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with bigger explanation of, we went off to do different things.
Yeah, that's what I'm just gonna imagine. That's what I'm just thinking.
Because I've just realised, in this episode, Ahsoka and Rex both did the same thing, which is go fight for the Republic again.
Well, I'm just...
Ahsoka was Fulcrum,
Uh-huh.
and then Rex at the end of this episode was like, I'm gonna go fight for the Republic before becoming a gardener on that one planet in Rebels.
Well, I'm just gonna guess that they were off doing different shit. That's how I just see it. Also, who here has played Fallen Order?
Me, pick me.
Jaden,
No.
How happy were you to see Braca come back?
Ooh, very nice.
Are you shitting? What's happening?
No.
I'm just very happy about it.
As you should be.
Like, oh, cool.
I was happy that they're sort of included. Now, I saw a bunch of people online just saying that Cal Kestis is going to be up as like a little cameo. I don't think that, like, I never thought that would be a thing.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, like, there wouldn't be a need.
They're just walking next to each other and just give each other a high five. There you go.
I never, like, expected them to show up. I never expected that to show up. What was I going to say? It's because I played Fallen Order and I love Fallen Order. If you think about it, right, there's not really a lot of planets like Braca where the whole planet is just like a massive just junkyard. If you think about it, kind of.
I mean, there's probably
just imagine
that
like
one that Savage went to find Darth Maul.
Yeah, kinda. But like you always just see like a lot of like forest planets, sand planets. That's basically what a lot of what you see in Star Wars, isn't it? It's like a city, sand.
You don't really see graveyards, pretty much.
Yeah, but I thought it was really cool that they. I'm pretty sure I can't speak. It was really cool that they're acknowledging Fallen Order stuff, right? And as soon as they mentioned Braca, I was just like, no way, because that was theorized in like the second trailers, is that they're going to go back to Braca with all like the big crashed Republic gunships, right? I'm guessing they all just didn't like crash land on that planet, right? How did one move an entire Republic cruiser to that planet? How did you know what I mean? It's like they can't just be one spot, but it's like, how do you transport that from planet to planet? Like, I'm guessing they all just didn't crash land in one place.
Might have been a thing of using other ships.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like nitpick it apart.
Or they had enough engine juice to get there. As we were showing in the latest episode.
It's just a gas station.
I'm not gonna full on nitpick it, right? I just think it's really cool that they've like, it's like a massive graveyard of just ships.
Not realistic.
Okay, well, thank you guys for watching the podcast, and just leave it there.
But going back to the Cal Kestis thing, just imagine like they're all just like walking somewhere, and then all of a sudden you see like Cal Kestis in the far background just swinging somewhere.
That would be a big...
the adult version of him swinging. And it just doesn't make sense.
Be nice.
I mean, think about it, right? They could have easily done like, oh, Cal Kestis is there, we're going to make Fallen Order references, but they didn't. And you know all that the Scrapper Guild, right? Because the exact same clothing is the exact same clothing that Cal wears. So I was watching that, and I was...
That thing probably like a good... No, probably not good business. Probably didn't get a nominee for it.
But like,
so I have to like reuse the same clothes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not money. Units.
Yeah, Robert.
Same thing.
Get with the program. Units.
I am. I'm on Disney Plus.
Wait, no, it wasn't it credits, Jaden?
Yeah, it's credits.
Yeah, credits. You're thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I'm thinking about Loki.
Ugh, get out of here.
You fool.
Wrong cast, that's next
week.
week.
That's the MCU.
I'm just happy that they just didn't have a Cal Kestis cameo in there. But I'm going to say this, right? The music in Star Wars is incredible, right? Each show, every character in Star Wars sort of has their own score, right? And I love the score and just the way the cinematography was in this episode, right? Because it very much reminded me... It was very clear that this whole episode was sort of inspired by Blade Runner 2049. With just the way the music is, it's like very cinematic. like the way like the camera just sort of just glides all over the place. You know, like it felt like the place was huge and where they were. You know, just with like the shot types, you know, just like gliding all over the place. Like the music was very Blade Runner inspired because when I said this before in the season finale of Siege of Mandalore, right? The music there felt very Blade Runner like, and I think it's really cool because Blade Runner is actually my favorite sci-fi franchise ever, right? Star Wars is second best, right?
Oh, not Alien.
No, Alien. It's difficult because everything's, you know, like I think it's just.
Watch your mouth, boy.
No. I'm expressing my opinion, right? I love.
You can't have that. They're not allowed.
Robert just turned into a Twitter account.
I'll do that.
It just transformed, but I do love that they're sort of combining two of my favorite sci-fi franchises together. You know, and it's sort of like making a score that's clearly inspired by something else. And I said this to you while watching it, Robert, right? We've mentioned how good the animation looks, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I said to Rob while watching it, because we watched it together, right? The water just looked like generally the water looks so realistic, right? Like it generally looked like it just looks so good.
Yeah, it looked like normal murky water you'd see in a swamp.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna say this, right? I did love the fact that this whole episode, the focus was where it should be. Now, for example, go back over to Siege of Mandalore for a second. The entire, like, big finale of that arc, right? The focus was exactly where it should be, and that was directly on Darth Sidious, and, like, the shift in power in the galaxy, right? And the entire focus point in this episode is the chips and what's, like, inevitably coming, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I think... So, go on.
I was just about to say I like how we're talking about like all like the music and like the setting and stuff like that, and how we haven't like talked about how fucking Wrecker nearly blasted Omega to pieces.
When?
Oh, she deserved it.
When?
What do you mean when?
What do you mean when?
What do you mean he almost blasted her to pieces?
What? Finn! I specifically remember watching this episode with you and you talking about that as it was happening.
Are you talking about the very, very finale? Because I haven't gotten to that bit yet. Of the episode, like the bit where Wrecker's chasing Omega. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes!
No!
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, I didn't think we got to that bit yet. But I did love the fact that it was all based on something that was inevitably happening, right? And like you were saying, Jane, like the whole thing with Omega and Wrecker, right? Because the fact that they were really good friends, and then it just like, you know, like it just all of a sudden just snap, and then it's just Wrecker going after Omega, something that they've like really sweet friendship between the two of them, and then it's just, you know, all of a sudden just he's going after her. Like it's just like, oh shit, this is what the chips do to people. They don't have any control. And it's the fact that I think it was really smart that they decided to use Wrecker for this as well, because Wrecker's obviously the character who's just like the big strong one, and he's just the one that the team rely on, and then all of a sudden it's just the one that it happens to him, because I think it wouldn't have as much emotional effect if it happened to someone like, say, not Hunter, Tech, for example, right?
Well, Tech, I couldn't take it seriously if it's Tech anyway.
Yeah, I'd just kick him over. I'd just blow on him like, and just fall over. That's what it'd be like with Tech.
Snap his weak neck.
Yeah, I generally thought that, you know, when Wrecker inevitably does snap, I thought he generally was gonna like snap like Tech's neck or something.
Yeah. I like that whole scene with Wrecker, but for me, I feel like a lot of the tension was lost because it felt very predictable in what was gonna happen. Like, how many times have we seen in a movie where a monster chases down the weakest character in a hallway, only to then almost get to kill them, so they walk over to them whilst monologuing, and then as they're about to kill them, they get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it felt too predictable, and I've always preferred Star Wars when like they take cliches and do something different with it.
Yeah. I get what you
this,
mean.
It didn't feel like it did anything.
I think I want to ask, do you think it would have been more effective if, let's say, Omega killed Wrecker, or if someone else killed Wrecker?
I think it would have been more effective if someone died. However, it's just this was like the 7th episode, and they're not killing any characters off in the 7th episode. Again, which is another reason why attention was lost for me, because I was like, this feels too predictable, but it was still a good scene.
Yeah.
I feel like the Chip storyline was a bit wasted. I feel like it could have gone on to the finale more, and then have Wrecker's Chip activate, and then it's like this in the moment life or death situation. Only going to be one season.
Yeah.
You could have used that as a way to kill off.
And it turns out Omega has the chip.
She kills all the bad.
She just starts blasting.
Omega's the one who kills like every single person on the Bad Batch. Can you imagine?
Omega kills Star Wars universe.
That would be the dumbest shit. But I did like... It was sort of something that would happen in like, say, a finale or leading up to the finale. It's like if, say, for example, Order 66 happened in the middle of... or like, say, the Siege of Mandalore stuff happened right in the middle of season 7 or something. That's not a very good comparison, but it's like
It'd be like if Order 66 happened when Ahsoka first met the Martez sisters. And it's like, what the fuck is happening?
I get what you mean.
Like such a weird place to put this.
Yeah, it's like such a big moment that could have been left like for like a sort of finale. I'm gonna sort of want to try and wait until it all sort of like the whole story sort of wraps up. So I can get like a whole.
But it's one of those things where it's like that was like a good point of tension for the characters, because it's like any situation could go off, but at the end of the episode they just kind of get rid of that, and all the tension between that is lost.
Yeah.
But at least in episode 8 there's more tension that was added. That for me is 100% better.
Yeah. But I did like it. I just think like it could have been a little bit better. But like for me, this is the kind of episode, like, say if I'm just at home and I've got nothing else to watch, right? And that's, like, say if I'm scrolling through the entire Bad Batch series, right? That's an episode that I just want to just watch, just by itself. It's something where it's like, say, for example...
Like, not watching the entire series, just watch that one thing.
Yeah, because, like, Jaden, have you ever been in a position where it's like, I've got like a few more minutes before I gotta go to school. I've got time to watch one Clone Wars episode. Let me see. Which one should I put on, for example? You put that one on. You wouldn't just put like, say, a generic one. You put on like an episode that stands out.
You wouldn't put the first one and then continuously watch it from there.
Yeah, you wouldn't just.
Because one, I would be late. 2, there's not really a point.
Yeah. I get what you mean. It's just an episode that stands out.
Yeah.
And it's, like, what was I going to say? It's, again, going back to the Wrecker thing, right? Each episode building up, it's sort of, there's been more damage to Wrecker's head, right? And then it's, even though it's pretty sure that Wrecker's just going to get that thing out of him at some point, it building up to it is just like, okay, he's going to get his head smacked at some point. The whole thing with the Sarlacc.
Well, yeah, that's another thing for me as well, that they spent so much time alluding to it and putting the setup for it, and then had it solved within one episode. And I'm kind of a bit, I don't want to say disappointed, more like jarring and more of a, okay, I guess that's done with now.
Yeah, I can actually see that. Like, Jaden, what would you prefer? Like, say if it was just resolved just in this episode, which was what happened, or if it was, like, say, for example, cliffhangered, where Wrecker snaps and then it goes on to the next episode?
I'd much rather a cliffhanger episode.
I understand where you guys are coming from. Like, for me, I'm cool with either, but I did think it was executed really well in this episode. It's the fact that...
Yes, so did I.
Yeah, it's just the fact
It's just that, to me, like, with this episode, in a way I see it, it's like nothing really happened, but in the same way, a lot happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like the reason is because it was solved within one episode. Like probably one of the biggest plot points of Clone Wars was the chips in the clones, and then this just solved it in one episode, which was a lot to do, but also made it feel like, okay, well, nothing really happened.
Like, it was practically to not your average Star Wars viewer. So like someone who's like very new to this would be like, okay, they found Rex, they found this place where they can take the chips out. Wrecker starts attacking people. They subdue him. They take the chips out. Rex leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Someone who say haven't watched Clone Wars, because I do think it's a bad idea for any show to just assume that everyone's
like someone's watched this.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't agree about in any kind of cinematic universe episode. I feel like each new show has to be treated as if it is a new show, but with characters we've already seen before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just felt very.
I'm gonna bring up like a different show into this. So Loki, right? First episode, how the introduction, they talk about how they use how the start of that in that scene of Endgame, how he had the Tesseract and used it. If people haven't watched it, it gives them a brief description or info on how overview on how he got it and how he got there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really feel lost whilst watching Loki.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Whereas you're watching this, you'll be like, oh, what's this?
Wouldn't. I'm not sure, but I
mean,
feel like there's a lot of stuff that they could explain.
If you haven't watched Clone Wars, you'd be lost pretty much. Yeah. Maybe.
When Rex and Echo are talking, and they're talking about Five, if you haven't seen Clone Wars, you're going to be like, who the fuck is Five? What is going on? How do Echo and Rex know each other?
Why is there a number here? Where's fours? Where's threes?
Where's fours? Where's threes? Ones, twos. What happened to 15th?
No one talks about 15.
Yeah, I feel like
I will say as well is that I feel like this is just an overview of the show as a whole, but I feel like Crosshair wasn't given enough time with the Bad Batch. Obviously we care because we've seen Clone Wars, we've seen that arc.
Yeah.
But say if you're just watching the show, you barely see Crosshair with the Bad Batch, because in the first episode he just turns.
Yeah.
And then it's we haven't seen anything of them interacting. We don't know how important they are to each other. Yeah, it's the first.
Yeah,
we don't know how important their bond is to each other, and we're just expected to kind of be like, oh, this is this heartbreaking thing, which it is. But again, you mainly only feel that if you've seen that arc from Clone Wars.
Yeah, to me it was at the same time it's I wish maybe one. Sorry, my mind's scattered. It's half of me is just I wish they had a bit more time with Crosshair being Crosshair, but at the same time I do really like how it just throws a spanner in the works. How it's just Crosshair's just turned instantly, and how one of them straight off the bat is just with the Empire, sort of thing.
Like I said, which was it? Yeah, from episode 4 to 7, there was just no Crosshair in it at all. And I feel like in at least 2 of those episodes, you could have had Crosshair in it and have him dealing with. Well, we know there's another chip, but have him dealing with the fact that he's having to hunt down the Bad Batch, and maybe have him going over some mementos of their time fighting the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could have gone a long way to make the connection more legitimate.
It's like a soccer team. How you've got one team, right? Let's say one team's the Bad Batch, the other team's the Empire. The ref's okay, take this member out of the Bad Batch team, or one of their greatest members, and put her over to the Empire team, and therefore makes the Empire stronger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little bit of a metaphor.
Yeah.
I don't play soccer because we call it.
No, do I.
So I don't know what it is. I don't understand.
Oh, that's right. You guys call it football. Whoops.
Yeah, it's because what you do is you kick up your foot.
Yeah, true.
Technically, you kick it with your toes.
Technically, you kick out your shoe.
No, technically
he's not wrong.
Because it's technically you do kick it with your foot, not your toes, because toes the incorrect way. and you kick it with the inside of your foot.
But like toes is what hits the ball.
Boom, boom.
How about we just stick to feet? How about we just move on?
Yeah, I'm cool with moving on.
Yeah, I'm cool with moving on. You cool with moving on?
Moving on to next episode, the latest one.
Yeah, we can move on to the next episode. Because I'm cool. Jaden, what was your thoughts on this episode?
On episode 8?
Yeah.
9.
A 9, really? I might give it a solid 9 as well. Actually, this was a darn good episode.
Let me just say, like, without like spoiling anything for the start, let me just say this episode gave me goddamn chills.
It did actually. Like was
holy shit.
Yeah, to me, it felt like one of these episodes was like, okay, all their chips and stuff are out, and I think we've ran out of trailer footage at this point.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, it's like, okay, yeah, chips are going now. What else are they gonna do?
Yeah, because it did feel like they've ran out of trailer footage as well, so it was just like, I don't know where anything else could go. You know, I one of the things I thought was going to happen in this episode, I thought Crosshair was going to snipe someone, you know, and then it would go on from there, and then like...
And turns out we were very wrong.
We were, I did...
Crosshair is blind and can't see.
Crosshair, I feel like he could have been a bit more of an MVP in this episode. He sort of just like showed up like...
I feel like we nerfed him a bit.
They did.
I feel like he was just holding back just a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not unsure if he was doing it on purpose or if it was just the writing being like, hey, we can't have the Bad Batch getting hurt until the very end of the episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's like, say if, for example, like, he wasn't hunting the Bad Batch, he was hunting anyone else, his aim would be, like, pinpoint accuracy.
They'd all be dead.
Yeah.
This time Omega does get blasted.
She does. Oh, wait, do you want to, like, talk about that scene yet, or are we saving that until a bit?
Are you on about the one with,
what's his name?
We'll save that until later.
The Admiral guy,
Yeah, we'll save that guy till later. We'll save you-know-who till later. Even though we've, you know... Yeah, even though everyone watched.
Robert's already mentioned him, so it's not really a point now.
Yeah. Spoilers, people, if you haven't...
I said Chad Bane.
Yeah, this is completely different character, you know. This is actually... He's not even a Star Wars character. This is a crossover with a different franchise. You know, the Chad Bane Chronicles. Yeah.
Chronicles of Chad Bane.
I'd love to see that comic, please. Lucasfilm, if you're listening, please write that.
Instead of you-know-who, it's Chad Bane.
I always call him Chad Bane.
Because he's such a fucking Chad.
He is. I did... First off, watching this episode, I was like, oh, that was really good. But whenever I do a cast with you guys, I've always got to rewatch something. You know, I've always got to just... Like, because sometimes I have thoughts, and then I want to rewatch something and I remind myself about a few things, right? At first, I thought the action was just okay. When I rewatched it, the action was freaking good. Like, I did love the fact that...
Yeah.
Like, even though Crosshair didn't do a whole lot combat-wise, he has knowledge of what the Bad Batch do, and he outsmarts them. The other people are so hesitant to be like, oh, well, let's move on, we can't get any connection here, because the Wi-Fi is bad.
Yeah, like, the whole thing, like, what, in the middle of the episode, how they're like, yeah, I know you're tracking our comms and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like, they were like, oh, we're going to move to the, they said that, oh, we're going to move to so-and-so, and then they went round to a different bit, and they actually met up with them there.
I remember watching the episode, I was watching with
Sneaky bastard.
I remember saying to Stuart, it would be funny if Crosshair's helmet is still linked to the Bad Batch's comlink as well.
Uh-huh.
So he just hears everything anytime he talks over the radio.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, he catching on to us.
It's like, how is he doing it? Wait, he still has the helmet.
He's just on mute.
He's been on...
actually communicate through Discord.
He's just on mute, guys, hang on. We forgot to ban him, never mind.
Imagine you just like this sort of an episode where they're like, wait a sec, Crosshair, you still in this chat? And you know the Discord sound where someone leaves and goes, oh, like that. Wait, Tarkin, are you listening as
like,
well?
Or you see, he's like, wait, Crosser, you're still here. He's like, oh shit.
And then like
And leaves.
Tech, pull up the Discord, you look and there's like thousands of just like clones and stuff listening, like Tarkin's in there as well.
They're all in, Tarkin's in there, Darth Vader's in, Tarkin's in.
Everyone's there.
They all start leaving, it's like, oh, fuck.
So shit, man.
You're like, wait, Padme, you're meant to be dead, just leaves instantly.
Like, oh!
What's Obi-Wan's
Hunter's just like, check,
adventure?
Director James Gunn, what are you doing in it? Just that everyone...
What are you doing here?
Zack Snyder, why are you here?
Josh, everyone's just like listening in.
Dave Filoni, why are you here, man?
Just everyone leaves
Tech not do
instantly.
anything useful.
Playing this.
And I just find it funny out
the you weren't even canon.
I just find it funny the fact that like Tarkin
actually
would be listening. Just Tarkin, what are you doing here? He's like,
He's like, oh fuck.
He just started deleting like all the messages, just like nothing.
It's like, what?
Nothing.
So I need to see like all his like messages in the chat start deleting.
You just have Tarkin being like, do you want to see my thighs?
Tech, screenshot everything you see.
Quick,
Cancel this, man.
I mean, if technically that happens, they could just go on Twitter, paste that, and the entire Empire's gone. You know? It really could happen. If the Empire was in this day and age,
Discord headquarters.
If the Empire
They just
wasn't,
get cancelled.
yeah, if the Empire was in this day and age, you know, it would be over instantly. You know, you wouldn't need any Ewoks to take them
Palpatine
down.
has to do an apology video.
I
I let you all down.
I have a severe lack of my judgment.
Palpatine finds it.
Palpatine's apology
finds
video.
a dead. Palpatine finds a dead stormtrooper in the forest.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
We're
no!
talking about that.
Oh my god, does that mean Palpatine's gonna become a boxer?
Palpatine versus
trying to be
Mike
Skywalker.
Tyson. Well, I said that as if it was like epic rap battles of history. Sorry, I don't know why.
Isn't boxing and rapping the same thing?
I mean, he's not wrong. I do wish that like Crosshair would have been a bit more of an MVP in combat, but it was cool that he's like outsmarting them and all that.
He definitely felt nerfed. He felt a bit dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know when he's activating the engine, and he's standing right in front of it.
Yeah, there was
do you know when it activates and it blows up, and then he walks over to it, and then he gets blasted by it? I remember Stuart went, oh, I kind of feel bad for him, but then I remember he was an idiot for walking into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah,
I was
he
just
literally
about to
walked
say,
into it.
I was just about to say, like, you know, it would have been a bit better if you just like, wait, I'm standing right next to an artillery cannon.
He's like, oh shit.
I'm gonna move forwards so I don't get fucking hit.
Yeah, he was staring right at the end of that barrel of that engine.
He forgot it would hurt him.
I did actually...
It's like a side effect of joining the Empire.
You can't look down engines. I did have...
Isn't that rule one of, like, an engine? Don't look down the engine.
I mean, true.
Otherwise your face will get burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, plus I've got the Darth Vader treatment.
I did actually like the suspense of the Empire arriving. You know, because we never actually see, like, Omega talk with Tech, like, barely. So it was just like, what does this red button do? Oh,
yeah.
no one's coming. Just
That's
boom.
something... Yeah, that's something I feel like the show's getting better at, because I've been complaining how it just feels like Hunter and Omega with the Bad Batch just there.
Yeah.
But this episode made it feel more like Omega is like, does have a relationship with other members of the Bad Batch, but isn't just Hunter, and I'm happy to see that.
I just want to say something as well. I like how, like, in this episode, Rekko nearly just about kills Omega again.
Oh,
with the whole explosive defusal sort of thing.
He really wants Omega dead.
I thought that was fun. That's his plan. He's not the chip is actually still in his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, turns out that it wasn't the chip that would have killed Omega. He just really hates her.
He just really hated her and used it as an excuse.
It'd be funny if...
Turns out it wasn't the chip, like, he he's just jealous because she's taken his place of like, being the quote unquote cute, the adorable and cute one sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill her off now.
I think it was like really cool how like they was chilling inside the engine as it was like falling and like toppling over, and they were having to like grab hold of each other to try and like pull each other up, and Crosso's just sitting there just getting his face cooked.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
Sorry, go on, Jaden.
No, I was gonna say, obviously, that's not in real time, right? So just imagine, like, from the engine getting fucking blown to pieces, like from that, like, burning Crosshair's face to the time he calls it off. That probably would be like a good more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, Crosshair should be fucking. Crosshair's lucky.
Because the amount of time it would have taken them to fall down, grab a hold of each other, pull each other up.
As well, I'm not sure if it's just the lighting, but on Crosshair's right side of his head, where the chip should be, it looked incredibly burnt on that side. So I'm wondering if they're going to use that as some kind of way to like make his chip malfunction.
Maybe.
That's like a whole target shooter in that side of the head.
You're the first person I've seen who's actually mentioned that as well.
You got a good eye.
I didn't even know if it's an actual thing, but if I just bring it up.
Yeah.
It's a birthmark.
Has anyone ever seen that one SpongeBob episode where like Patrick was selling chocolate and that guy covered in bandages comes to the door?
I've seen the meme.
Yeah, that's what Crosshair basically got turned into.
No, do you know who he is?
Who, Crosshair?
He's Dango.
He's literally like retconned it and Crosshair was actually Dengar this whole time.
He's actually
Oh my
Dango.
god! He genuinely looks like him now that I think about it.
Because all the bandages and stuff like that, how he's just like cut, you can only pretty much see like his eyes, and how he's like a good shooter sort of thing.
Yeah, the one in the like early arcs.
It all makes sense now.
The one in the early arcs of the Clone Wars. That's not actually Dengar. That's like his brother.
Dengar.
Like it was Dungus or something.
Yeah, that's
Dungo.
It was
straight
Dungus.
Hair, not crosshair.
Straight hair. No, that was ass hair. That was a different version.
My favourite clone.
Circle hair.
With pubic hair.
That's in season 2.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what.
We get
the hair family coming. Great minds think alike.
Do you guys want to talk about the scene that literally made me jump out my seat?
Yes, please. Please.
Okay, real quick.
The whole build-up as well.
The build-up was incredible because, like, before I watched the episode, I went on Instagram and I saw someone in a story and their mouth was, like, wide open and the caption was like, oh my god, holy F, oh my god, what the hell, I'm crying, I'm like, oh my god. And I just, for a second, after I saw that on Instagram before I watched the episode, I was like, is Cal gonna show up or something? And there was a really cool transition, it was like a bunch of dead clones and they're like, Omega and Hunter stick their head up, I'm like, okay, where the hell is this going?
It's like the message I sent to you yesterday.
Yeah, you messaged me that and I knew, like, something was gonna go down.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What's the badge right now?
Yeah, I was guessing someone exciting was going to be in it, but I just never presumed it would be, CAD BANE.
Also, the clones weren't actually dead. They were actually just sleeping.
They were just asleep. He
sung
a lullaby.
I'd just like to point out as well, in a way, I sort of called it that CAD BANE would join in.
Uh-huh. When?
I called it in a way. Only because I wanted his arc with Boba Fett to be in it.
Because when was it? The episode where we did it on the whole sisters thing.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And the hologram thing. I was making a whole joke saying, "Oh yeah, it's CAD BANE, guys."
I think that's when we're all just.
I remember mentioning CAD BANE.
And I'm pretty sure you guys.
Orgasm.
I'm pretty sure you guys were like, nah, it's not CAD BANE.
I think that's when we're all just shouting a
we
bunch
were
of
wrong.
random names. Technically,
Yeah.
you're wrong, and technically
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
know that one.
Yeah, technically, yeah, I was wrong about the hologram thing, but I was right about, Cad Bane being in the...
I just
God,
never expected him to be in the show. Like, it was just like, wait, who did this? These aren't like... I can't remember what Hunter said.
I thought it was Fennec at first.
Yeah, I presumed it would be at first. Like, it was...
Didn't he get fucking blasted, by the way?
I
Like
heard...
in the Clone Wars?
Oh, that was an unfinished arc.
Oh, yeah, so basically, there's an arc that was meant to be for, like, one of the upcoming seasons of Clone Wars, where Boba Fett would kill Cad Bane, but they'd both shoot each other, and Boba would get a dent in his helmet.
Ooh.
Which they could still do on the show. It could be a thing where Boba Fett tries to either get Omega for himself to get the money, or he just teams up with the Bad Batch because he's like, brother.
That's how he knows Danga.
Exactly, because it's crosshairs all coming together.
It
They
all
could
makes
do
sense.
that. I did just hear, like, when Cad Bane started speaking, right? At first I was like, I recognise that voice. And then I just see the legs, and I'm like, I still don't know who this is, and it pans up, and I'm like, wait a second. Like, 'cause it just reminded me of, like, my brain just went, it looks like a gunslinger. And then literally, I stood up, and I put my hands, like, over my face, and I just never expected it, and I was just like, oh my god. I looked over at my dad had no clue who he was, his face was just, like, just completely blank, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll be excited. And I thought I never expected it to be a thing, and I saw this on Instagram, like, because I pointed it out to my dad. I was like, Dad, this is based off an unfinished Clone Wars arc, and Boba Fett and Cad Bane have,
Yeah,
like...
it was so obvious how, like, much it was based off it.
Yeah, but it's...
I
Yeah.
got upset thinking Cad Bane was going to get killed in that moment.
Imagine if he just showed up and he's like, give me the kid to shoot him, and then just leaving on to the next episode.
I'd be so upset.
I would be.
If that was the case, I would give a first episode a 4 out of 10.
Did you
But
guys...
I gave it a 9.
Did you guys think it was like, oh, they're just doing the Mexican standoff thing? But I thought it was really cool that they did do the sort of tribute.
Cool. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I like how they tributed it, and also, wait, Jaden, have you actually seen the clip of the unfinished Clone Wars arc where Boba and Cad Bane have like a Mexican standoff?
I have not.
Well, here's something that's really cool, right?
It's exact same.
Yeah, I was thinking just like it is pretty much the exact same, but someone on Instagram, they played the video of the Cad Bane versus Hunter, and then they played the unfinished arc, and every single time a shot cuts on like both versions, it's the exact same shot. It's like basically shot for shot exactly the same.
You know what that means?
What's that?
Hunter is Boba Fett confirmed.
I mean,
Makes sense.
an older...
Makes sense. There's no logical gaps in that theory at all.
It's an older Boba
Apart from the
Fett.
timeline
I mean,
and the characterization.
he's figured it
And
out.
everything else.
He's figured it out, boys.
No, he hasn't, because, look, if you see, Hunter's got hair, and he hasn't shaved it up, whereas Mandalorian, regardless of Boba Fett, doesn't have hair.
Oh yeah,
Therefore,
speaking of that, do you think Boba Fett just goes bald? Because I was actually thinking this, like, he's either got hair before he goes into the Sarlacc, or the Sarlacc pit, like, takes his hair.
mind you, you do have a
That
point,
kind of-
because in, the Clone Wars and stuff, young Boba Fett does have sort of like the same hair.
Yeah, so I'm like, should he just go bald at some point? I don't know why,
He
that's
just
like,
starts
weird to
balding.
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing it's just like what's happened to him in the Sarlacc pit. But I loved how it was basically just shot for shot. It was obvious that Hunter was gonna lose, but like the point was like it was just like tributing that unfinished arc, which basically everyone wants to see, including myself.
Speaking of that, Hunter went down so fucking quick.
He did.
Like, I was
did.
really happy with how much he got taken down. And when it was happening so fast, but my brain was like, wait, did he just fucking die? But I was like, I knew he didn't, but I was like, he's not moving.
Like, yeah,
I was like, is he?
I legit said
I
that.
was like, what?
Did he just die?
I think it would have been ballsy to have killed him off like that.
You know what I thought? You know when...
That would have been funny.
You know, as soon as like they went to shoot each other, right? But Cad Bane shot first, and then Hunter's bullet shot his little drone. When I first watched it, I thought that he was just gonna like shoot his drone instead of Cad Bane the whole time.
It's Han Solo.
That's generally what I thought. It was just like they were aiming, and then he shot him.
That droid, I feel so sorry for. because it constantly gets shit on every time it turns up. Like, with CAD being said about Droid before, like, he turned up with him everywhere in Clone Wars, and he just uses it as an explosive device.
Really?
And, like, I feel so bad for him. He gets bullied all the time.
Yeah, also, that little droid fucking nearly beat the shit out of Omega with just his leg.
I know, he basically just bitch slapped it out of hands. The little droid actually reminds me of, like...
That was funny.
The little droid reminds me of, like, the robot from Fantastic Four.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean.
Fantastic Four. I do not know what you mean.
Like, Hermie, is that what its name is?
I think it's Herbie or Hermie.
Something like that. That's what it reminds me of, if you look it up. But, like, that whole... that whole scene, it's something that... You know when you get, like, a really good moment in a film or just anything, right? And you'd go on your phone to specifically look up that scene... That's
gonna be one of them.
That's gonna be one of them where I'll be sitting there, because every time, like, before college, right, I've got like a good 40 minutes to sit by myself. I normally just want to rewatch a bunch of clips and stuff, right? For the past year, it's always been, yeah.
No, continue. Finish what you were gonna say.
Okay, thank you. For like the past year, I'd always just look up like Ahsoka versus Maul, Ahsoka Maul confrontation, Rex Order 66 scene. That would basically be that for Clone Wars. But like every time now, I just go and I look up like Cad Bane or Hunter standoff. Like that's something that I just want to just like watch, you know. Plus, again, it's like the Wrecker going through Order 66. Like those are moments that I just want to just go on my phone and watch. You know, and that's what I feel like Bad Batch has been lacking in a few episodes. Like, there wouldn't be any moments where I'd want to specifically look at, besides maybe a few crosshair scenes for episode 3 or episode 1. But like we're really getting into stuff where it's proper memorable, you know, and that's what I love.
I agree.
And
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, sorry, Robert.
Continue.
No, you.
I'm
finish.
going to something. I'm going to something. You just finish what you're saying.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Did you guys...
For fuck's sake.
What? Oh, sorry, Jamie, you were gonna say something.
No. No, the whole thing is just like you and Robert saying, okay, you guys go, and there's like, wait, I just forgot what I was about to say.
That's just my brain. Did you guys notice? I did love the little thing where as Hunt was being dragged out, it was shown from his visor. It was people online...
Yeah.
People online were saying that it was sort of mimicking like the first person... You know, like Republic Commandos.
Me and Stuart were saying, like, it feels like I'm playing Halo, but also, no wonder Hunter lost the standoff, because you can't see shit.
You can't see shit out of that.
I know. Like, out of, like, his peripheral vision, you can only see about, like, I'd say, like, a good 70%. You know? Yeah, go on.
What I was going to say was, do you guys think that, I feel like with Bad Batch should know who Cad Bane is. Because, like, Cad Bane is a pretty famous bounty hunter during the Clone Wars, specifically because he went toe-to-toe against the Republic and the Jedi a lot and won.
Yeah.
Like, he broke into the Jedi temple, stole a holocron, got back, and fucking didn't get caught for it.
Imagine if they were just like...
I feel like we should know who he is.
Imagine if it was just like, where did he go? It's Cad Bane. Oh no.
He's probably in the vents.
Also, I would just like to like say something very quickly. So back to the point of like Hunter's visor, right? How like you can't really see shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine what it'd be like with Tex. Because like he's got like the glasses / goggles on, right? He's got the visor coming down, so it's gonna be all foggy and shit because it's got like 2 things covering.
Yeah, it's like you know, one of those like Etch-a-Sketches. That's what like it just comes down in front of his face. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
I did like how you've never really seen, you know, the whole Hunter thing where he's being dragged out and it's like he's moving around like he doesn't really know what's going on, right? I did like that's never really been seen in Star Wars. You know, just the whole I love that idea of that shot. Go on.
Yeah. Also, I genuinely can't remember. Did Crosshair always have that target on his eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't remember seeing that, but that's cool.
Yeah, he's always had it. don't know if he was born with it or if he just did it himself. If he did it himself, like, why? You're kind of crazy. But
it was a prank from the boys.
Yeah, I feel like the way they're going to be able to track down Cad Bane is through Echo, because Echo, as you know, was part of the 501st, and Anakin regularly fought Cad Bane. So if Hunter describes Cad Bane to Echo, I feel like Echo will be like, oh yeah, I know this guy, we fought against him quite a bit.
Echo knows where he lives.
Use that to like find, yeah. Like, oh I know where he lives, he's down the street from here actually.
We're neighbours. I just think it's cool how we haven't seen Cad Bane in so long.
And here he is, just like, what's up?
Like, I feel like I hope they bring Boba Fett into this to give him that killing Cad Bane moment, because I do feel like Cad Bane's gonna get killed off in this. At least I hope so. For me, Cad Bane is more of a Clone Wars era.
If Cad Bane does get killed off, I swear to fuck that it's not like a shitty one.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, like I said, I think it should be through Boba Fett. Like, Cad Bane was the most feared bounty hunter during the Clone Wars. Boba Fett's the most feared during the Civil War against the Empire.
And then no one's feared really during the sequel.
It makes sense that the reason he gets that title. Is because he took down the most feared one.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give him a bullshit ending. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, Christ for that.
It's just like
I don't think lightsabers going to ignite him, cut him in half, and die like a dopey cunt. I don't think that will happen.
What's with Star Wars and these like amazing cameos I never expect? You know, like Luke was probably the biggest surprise ever. Like I could not sit down. Cad Bane, I was just like, what?
Man, I freaking cried when Luke came on. I was like, oh hell yeah.
That was probably like the best surprise I've ever seen in any movie, TV show, anything. And like I freaking loved it, and just seeing Cad Bane again. It's going to the point where it's like, you know, characters they've introduced in like the Clone Wars, you know, they're becoming like household names. You know, like people know who Bo-Katan is now. People know who Ahsoka is, Rex, Cad Bane. You know, and these little characters, they weren't really. I'm guessing they weren't really meant to be like proper, like popular, iconic. But like, it's just these little animated characters that we haven't seen in so long. It's just nice to see them. You know, it's just.
Yeah. Definitely fun to see. I like it when it's when they make sense to appear and actually have an impact on what's happening.
Yeah.
They're just appearing. Which is why I'm glad Cad Bane actually seems to be having a good impact on the story.
And it does
just being, hey, remember Cad Bane from Clone Wars? Well, he's here now. Instead it was more like, hey, here's Cad Bane from Clone Wars doing some important shit in this show.
Yeah, it's the way his reveal was. It's clear that, like, he was meant to be, like, the way he's presented, you know, like, it wasn't just, like, boom, Cad Bane in the shot. It was, like, a reveal, like, slowly, like, the camera was, like, lifting up, and then you just see Cad Bane. It's one of the things.
I'm gonna watch that goddamn scene again.
Yeah, I've seen it, like, 8 times now. It's so good. But the way it was presented, it was meant to be, like, oh my god, yeah, he's back! Sort of thing. You know, I'm just... Woo! I'm just... Return of the King, he's back. It made me so happy. It's just going to be just cool seeing, you know, just Cad Bane probably going to be on the Camino when the big clone uprising's going to happen. Or something like that. It's just
I hope we see the clone uprising.
What if...
Like,
now, hear me out.
Yeah.
This is gonna be some bullshit. What if Cad Bane tries to turn Omega, and there's some bullshit between him and the Empire. He don't like it, so he joins the Bad Batch. Not joins the team, he just goes side by side with them and starts having a fight with the Empire.
No, I don't think that'll be Cad Bane. If anything, I think they'll do that with Fennec.
Yeah. Not Boba Fett. Actually, no, not both.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I thought. Oh.
What the
hell? It would have been so bad. It would have been so good if Fennec was Cad Bane's apprentice. Like, he was her mentor.
That'd be cool.
And then, like, yeah. Oh, that'd be so interesting. Because then
is that what you just...
They in the show, Boba Fett still kills Cad Bane, and then you have Fennec in the book of Boba Fett now working with Boba Fett, and then in that show she doesn't know Boba Fett killed Cad Bane, and then she finds out, and it's kind of this, like, battle with herself of like, well, do I stay with Boba Fett or do I avenge my old friend?
That would be kind of cool. I'm just intrigued on where they're gonna go with it.
Well, I guess we shall find out next episode.
I'm guessing we
Probably
will.
not. We might find out 3 episodes from now.
Maybe.
Sure.
Is there anything else we want to touch upon?
Not really.
I'm just
Do
gonna...
you think in Star Wars they have like TV shows? Like, not like news, but just like TV shows. You know, like having like rewatch something like Loki or Falcon and the Soldier or Superman and Lois. They may just have TV shows like that. Like we have a TV show called Jedi, and it's just like made up Jedi.
It's like a Hanna-Barbera TV show,
Yeah,
like the Flintstone style.
Yeah, they have like their own Comic Cons.
Jedi, it's the Jedi. I don't wanna... Maybe.
They have like their own version of Friends. Clones.
No, they have...
Clones chilling in the barracks all day.
No, or it's like they have their own version of Friends, but like instead of Friends, it's like the band from Mos Eisley. Just those guys. Oh, and like...
They have like their own reality TV shows. And everyone never like follow talking around. Just constantly being annoyed by the cameras.
And like the occasional like guest would be like some musician from the Star Wars universe, like, it's Max Rebo at the door or something dumb like that.
You know about a TV show where they dress up and they sing and you have to guess who it is?
The Masked Singer.
You know,
Ew, yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, they have that. It's like, it's Mace Windu!
I thought you meant to be dead.
The masked bounty hunter. The masked clone.
The masked clone, that'd be so bad. You'll take off your helmet, they'd be like, you look like the last contestant.
Which one are you?
Yeah,
I can't tell.
You take it off, you see everyone's dead. It's like, wait a second.
That would be such a bad game show where everyone looks the same. You have to guess who it is. Oh.
It's like one of those game shows where it's like it only lasts like one episode.
Well, I was like...
But it's so shit. Yep, its entire premise based on which clone is it? And it's just, I don't fucking know. I don't know. You all look the same.
Well, I mean, the TV show Finding Bigfoot had 9 seasons.
No, it'd be like, you're CT5132. It's like, you were incorrect.
It's CT555. Oh wait, no, that's 5, isn't it?
Yeah, and he died. He got shot. He failed his audition.
He got blasted, bro.
That's why he died.
It's Echo.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up.
Alright, nice one, Robert. I'm glad we had this discussion. I really want that made now. Where it's like a version of Friends, but it's like the band from Mos Eisley.
No, wait. So you got Friends, right? But in Star Wars you got clones.
That's what I said. It'd be so mean. You could have like Cody, Rex, Echo, Hunter. Who else?
And then just some random calamari.
Fuck.
Some guy called Ace, just like, not even part of the, the entire thing. He's just like, hey, I'm Ace.
Yeah, you can make a gun for the show. He's just like in it every now and then.
And they just get blasted.
He's like the Kenny. He dies every episode.
And it's like somehow he's like, Ace, how are you coming back? I don't know. Laughing track.
Insert laughing
track. And we do that awkward thing when they stop to stare at each other for like laugh track to end, and then continue talking afterwards.
Then the credits roll, like in the intro of every Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm, please listen. Please, if you're George Lucas, if you're watching this.
This is an amazing idea.
We should do a podcast episode on sitcoms, but change it into Something about
The Star Wars version.
There's definitely something about Star Wars version.
Breaking Bad, but they're all calamaris.
To Catch a Predator, but there's
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Chris Hansen.
Oh my god! I just realised.
What?
What?
Breaking Batch.
Oh.
and it's on the Bad Batch, just like making.
Wait,
You know.
it's Tex Heisenberg, Tex Walter White, and Wrecker with Jesse.
You know who Gus Fring would be? It would be like Moff Gideon.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I wonder why.
Freaking badge. And like Wreck is like the Jesse Pinkman, and he calls everyone bitch or something. Oh, bitch.
Oh, look!
The Sopranos, but
Wait, who? Crosshairs can be. Oh, what's that guy's name? The badass dude that gets killed by Walter when he's like when.
I'm only on
he's out there,
season
like,
1, so be very
your pride
careful.
and ego got in the way. Oh. Well, like, yeah, that'll be Crosshairs. Who would the brother be?
just
Hunter.
did Breaking Batch.
Slick would be Hank.
This is amazing.
Breaking Bad,
Instead
please.
of Big Bang Theory, it's the Big Batch Theory.
I'm just Breaking
Instead
Bad.
of How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your Clone.
Why does it all have to be clones? It'd be such a terrible Right. Freaking Bad. Shut the fuck up.
The Sith made me do it.
Have I Met Your Apprentice?
Oh no, that'd be making the like the drugs in what do you call it, episode 2, where Obi-Wan Kenobi gets offered them. They'll be making that.
They're making death sticks.
They'll be leading up to that.
Yeah, death stick.
We should legit make like a parody of like Breaking Bad and just piss about with it.
Oh,
You know
I would love to do that.
You know the episode. You know that TV show where it's like police running around and they're like arresting people in the city.
What, Knight Rider?
They like are
Cops?
intoxicated. Yeah, cops. But instead of like cops, it's the course on God.
Coruscant guards.
It's just like
And
Fox being a
and it's
dick.
still-
Course on God.
And it still plays like Bad Boys, like the theme.
Bad Batch, Bad Batch. What we gonna do?
What you gonna do when the Bad Batch come for you?
That was
Even though
awful.
it's course on God. It wasn't. It was amazing. I don't know it was. Just because you were jealous.
Bad Batch. What you gonna do when the Bad Batch go for you?
And then you get instead of live PD, you get live CG.
Uh-huh.
Live
What's that even mean?
Coruscant guards.
I would
Oh.
like a version of Baywatch, but it's on the Scarif, so it's like Scarif Watch, and they're all like shore troopers.
All the short troopers.
Yeah.
No. Do you know what it'd be? Do you know in Lego Star Wars how you get like
yeah.
they just like wear like the helmets and the underwear and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
I was gonna bring that up, but I forgot what they were called.
You get that. You get. I think it was like a beach troopers or something like that.
Do Fast and Furious, but Vin Diesel is played by Wrecker.
What's the difference?
Nothing.
Wrecker is just a big
It's just-
Vin Diesel. I'm trying to think of other TV
Huge,
shows.
huge Diesel.
What other TV
Knight
shows
Rider.
are there?
Batch Rider.
Shut the fuck up. You can't just put Batch in front of everything.
AT-AT Rider. Speeder Rider.
Yes. Speed Cruiser Rider. And Scout Troopers.
There should be like a TV show explaining how Order 66 was made, and it's like fuck.
It's
What's
like
it
a
called?
documentary.
Or it's like
And it's narrated by David
66 Reasons
Attenborough.
Why.
It's a documentary narrated by David
Do you know
Attenborough.
that show, Escape to the Sun, where it's like people going on holiday and finding houses
Yeah.
that they want to live in? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
just see that, but it's like Escape to
my God.
Tatooine.
And the presenter's like
Like,
Gascon
sort of
or
like-
something. There's something very
It's sort of one.
unpredictable.
So it's to do that with Scarif Watch, how we just like talk about like the beach troopers, right? How like just the helmets and the underwear.
Yeah.
Forget that. Naked and Afraid.
I would love like an you know that show Naked Attraction? It's that with a bunch of different Star Wars creatures. That'd be disgusting.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
it's like the clones, and they have to like fucking they get matched with different alien species.
Do you know how they have like Big Time Rush, like the TV show based off the band?
Oh yeah.
You can do Max Rebo's band. And they get tied
How
to
did you get onto this?
I don't know if it was you who started it. I want to see a Short Watch and Breaking Bad. I want to see those.
I'll make the posters for it.
Please do, please. I can put them in the thumbnail.
What the Fast and Furious one be called?
That's not a TV show.
The Fast and the Atrocious.
The Batch and the Furious.
Okay, just
Send
me all the TV shows that I'll do posters for, and I'll send them through.
I'll send them all through.
Oh, you know the film Bad Boys?
The Bad Boys. The Bad Batch.
Boys. No, it's not even that. It's just bad clothes.
You know that TV show that the Bad Boys? Yeah, the Bad Batch. Ah, good one.
No, it's bad clones, man.
Shut the fuck up.
I think we need to fucking end this off right now.
Right, I've had my fun. I've had my fun with Breaking Bad and Shore Watch. Scarif Watch. I've had my fun with that.
Wait, so you ended off with that?
I'm gonna end off with that, right? Thank you guys so much for watching.